defeating the concept of the one-stop border post. And in other news, deadly cyclone hits northern Madagascar. Moving on with the news. In this exclusive story, Innocent Kumchedwa takes us to the Mchinji one-stop border post. In this report, Innocent discovers that while the concept of one-stop border post was intended to facilitate trade and reduce the time and money that cross-border traders spend at the border, all the gains from this initiative are lost along the way due to the availability of too many ad hoc police checks. Well, on the M12 Lilongwe-Mchinji road, Innocent finds that in a single day, one can encounter over 10 ad hoc police checkpoints which delay cross-border traders, and sometimes officers demand bribes. More in this report by Innocent Kumchedwa.
At the Mchinji-Mwami border, a glass-embellished, imposing structure of the one-stop border post stands. The building resembles an airport, or to put it simply, an upgraded version of the Kamuzu International Airport in Lilongwe, further enhanced with modern external and internal fittings. This multi-billion kwacha structure was constructed by the African Development Bank, while the Common Market for Eastern and Southern Africa COMESA contributed additional billions to provide furniture, train personnel, and establish the Malawi Bureau of Standards Laboratory, among other investments.
It's not operational. It means it's going to help in avoiding congestion. We have had a lot of complaints from the truck drivers that they have been queuing in the border for a long time. So this one, because it doesn't have it's not going to have any manual interference. So it's going to assist in reducing congestion of the trucks.
Jen Kibiru, a research fellow at the COMESA Secretariat, explaining more about the smart gate being installed at Mchinji one-stop border post, which is one of the many infrastructures supported by COMESA, to ensure that time spent by traders at the border is drastically reduced. The concept of one-stop border posts is straightforward. They represent a unique modern approach to improving efficiency at land border crossings by consolidating the stops required for processing exit and entry formalities of adjoining states at one location and within the same building. The one-stop border post building houses both the Malawi Revenue Authority and the Zambia Revenue Authority offices. Additionally, in the building, there are several other offices belonging to equally important agencies, such as the Immigration, Malawi Bureau of Standards, and health authorities, to name a few. In an ideal situation, one would indeed expect that such a mechanism would trickle down the benefits of reduced time to the consumer, ensuring that goods reach them promptly and at a better price. However, the reality is quite different. Despite the gains achieved at the one-stop border post, these advantages seem to dissipate along the road. Let's focus on the 63-kilometer M12 Lilongwe-Mchinji road, which unfortunately boasts a high number of police checkpoints. During our analysis while investigating this story, we physically verified and encountered at least 11 police checkpoints along this route. Interestingly, cross-border traders often find themselves targeted at these security checkpoints. The Cross-Border Traders Association of Malawi has repeatedly raised concerns about the behavior of the police during these stops. Steve Yohane, the president of the association, has been vocal about these issues.
Mchinji Lilongwe Road, it's almost 100 km that is covered, but looking at the roadblock which are the police officers that are mounting, it's almost 15 or 10 roadblocks. So check and count, and even when you do for mathematics, you can see that you almost mean that maybe 10 to 15 km every 10 to 15 km is the checkpoint, and it's a barrier to trade. And to improve in terms of the trade facilitation, you cannot improve as a country.
However, the establishment of the one-stop border post aimed to address precisely these challenges. It was meant to streamline processes, reduce time spent at the border, and ultimately benefit both traders and consumers. Yet the persistence of numerous police checkpoints along the Lilongwe-Mchinji road poses a hindrance to achieving these goals. Patrick Bota, spokesperson for the Ministry of Trade, acknowledges this issue. The ministry has engaged with security agencies, particularly the Malawi Police Service, to address the excessive presence of ad hoc checkpoints, he says.
Apart from that, the matter has also been discussed at National Trade Facilitation Committee level. The ministry received a notice that some of the permanent roadblocks were actually reduced. But however, we expect more to be done, especially regarding ad hoc presence of too many checkpoints by traffic police and others.
Peter Kalaya, national spokesperson for the Malawi Police Service, emphasizes that checkpoints play a crucial role in enhancing security. However, he also recognizes the need to address concerns raised by cross-border traders. The challenge lies in finding that delicate balance, one that ensures safety while allowing traders to benefit from the streamlined processes championed by COMESA's one-stop border post.
We will look into the concerns that have been put forward by this group of people, especially by balancing their need to travel quickly with the need that we have, especially the mandate that we have of providing security to Malawians. Malawians should understand, especially business people, that roadblocks, whether permanent or ad hoc, are a means of fighting crime on us, and we have a mandate to do that. So we'll look into the concerns by weighing the pros and cons, again looking at the need to provide security and balancing it with their need to do business in time.
The 2020 African Trade Report, published by the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa, indicates intra-African trade accounts for about 13% of the continent's total trade, which is far below the levels of intra-regional trade in Europe, 60%, North America, 40%, and the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, 30%. The report further says Africa's poor performance in this regard is attributable to a variety of systematic challenges that include inefficient border crossings.